of the key lessons that I'm taking away from this past 6 months driving them to is that fast progress is not the same as being close to the goal. There was a very interesting situation that happened in this past season. My goal in the first season was to be within 1% of the coach's lap time, and then in the second season was to be within half a percent point, so 0.5% of his lap time. For a couple weeks, I was consistently being within 0.5%. Then we started practicing at Le Denon, and I was struggling to even be consistently at 1% of his pace. That was very discouraging. I was very upset, and I remember when the week started was this gonna be a tough one. I'm just gonna try to minimize the damage, but I'm gonna race. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna learn my lesson. Surprisingly enough, I had a great week, even though I was very off pace from him. In different track conditions, racing other people that were not him, I was very competitive. And I remember fighting for P1 multiple times. I remember having great races, finishing the podium probably like 80% of the races, and that was very reassuring. And even more, as we started practicing to the next week, which was Navarra, I was able to finally match his pace. And I was super proud of myself. A week before, I was afraid of not being good enough. I was asking myself what happened to me. This week I just cannot get close to his pace. The following week I finally matched his pace for the very first time. So I started the week very confident. I was super happy and I was ready to race with the aliens head to head. And the first race came and I could barely post a P5 lap time in a week. And that was tough. That was emotionally tough. And next day I went back and I thought maybe yesterday was just a bad day. And Tuesday was also very tough. I remember on Wednesday getting to my rig a few hours before racing just to try to find some time and improve my pace. And I did find some time, but I was never able to replicate it, neither in qualify or in the race. So that week I questioned myself a lot. That was the only week I think of this season that I lost a rating. And I remember talking to him during our coaching session, what was happening, how I was feeling, and he gave me a different perspective. He told me that whenever he did that fast lap, he was also struggling with the track. So by no means the time that I was chasing the week before was to be considered an alien time. Rather, I should be looking at the behaviors and the lessons that I had to learn from that, how I was approaching the corners, how he was approaching the corners, and use that as a forum for us to discuss my progress, my gaps, and how I can become a better driver.